All right, here we go. This is your world-renowned fisherman Andy Delgado interviewing some rookies, Mike Price and Nolan Smith. We're going to talk about fishing in general, and more specifically, we're going to ask some questions to Mike Price about what's going to happen in this trip to Mexico that he's about to make. So starting off, let's talk to the semi-pro Nolan Smith. Can you tell me how many years you've been fishing, and if you're a better fisherman than Mike Price?
Well, I've been fishing 69 years, and Mike and I are pretty close to the same quality of fisherman. And I've fished a little bit more than he has, more tournaments, and won more money than he has fishing. And I qualify myself as a pretty sharp fisherman. Yes, sir.
All right. Having said that, is there any secret tips and tricks that you'd like to share that what makes you better than him?
Well, patience is the biggest thing. And expertise and finesse is the next.
I got you. All right. Well, we're going to take a break with you. Let's move over here. Mr. Price, how many years have you been fishing, and why do you still stink at it?
Well, first of all, I need to clarify a few things. This is my good friend Nolan Smith, as he introduced himself, and most of the stuff he said is true. But the person that's holding the camera and talking to us, the deacon, sometimes speaks with forked tongue. So I just want all the camera people to understand that. Now ask me your question. How long have I been fishing and catching big fish? Oh, at least 65 years.
65 years?
Yes.
Do you have any secret tips and tricks that you would like to impart upon the viewing public?
Well, all of those are 65 years of experience. And I'm not willing to give anybody those kind of tips unless they want to buy my book. Now, I've written 3 books about how to catch grunted fish. And I'll be glad to sign my name, congratulations, whatever you want me to put on the book in the signature series. And I'm probably going to go to Bass Pro and put me up a table out there and have a few of my books there. And maybe some of my good friends like Ken Rainey and Bro come by and stuff. They probably would need and would like to buy one of these books. So they can purchase all of my experiences of 65 years for about $25.95.
I see. Speaking of Ken Rainey, you've got a fishing trip with Mr. Rainey coming up to Mexico, is that right?
Yes, and you know, I had a little talk with Mr. Rainey this morning, and I noticed a quiver in his voice.
A quiver?
A quiver.
Well, what's that? What do you think that's all about?
Well, I think that's just pure ass scared to death. I mean, what else could it be? You know, I've threatened him. I told him to get all of his ducks lined up. I tell you what, Rainey's a good guy. He's one of my favorite friends and what have you. Bless his heart, he looks at the sky and he aligns the damn stars with the moon and the earth. He checks all this stuff that he's been keeping records on for at least 59 years. And I've looked at him and read some of his stuff, and let me tell you what, it's kind of like a deacon. Don't none of that mean nothing.
Now, what lake are y'all going fishing at?
Well, then we're going to travel to old Mexico, the country old Mexico, and we're going to get in, fly into Mazatlan, nice airport down there, and then we're going to get in a van and we're going to travel to the world-renowned Baccarac, Big Bass Lake.
I see.
That's where we're going to catch more trophy bass. As you see up on the wall there, if you'll take the camera across so that they can see that big bass.
You bought those at the garage sale, didn't you?
Oh, that's not true. I caught most of them.
Most of them. Well, okay, so you're going to Lake Baccarac. When's the last time you fished at Baccarac?
Well, it was with my old buddy George Campbell, who's passed away, bless his soul, and I think it was about 2 years ago.
2 years ago?
Yes, that we were down, that he and I fished Baccarac together.
And who won that trip?
Well, I did.
You did?
Yeah.
And the only reason you can say that is that George is not here to defend himself.
Well, it is what it is.
I see. Okay, so you think that Ken Rainey is scared of you?
What else would he have a quiver in his voice for whenever I call and talk to him today?
Well, and how long have you guys been planning this trip?
Probably probably 6, 7, 8 months.
Are you ready to go?
Oh yeah, I've been ready a long time. I done got my gear and stuff ready. I'm relaxed, cool, calm, and collected, and Rainey is a pure wreck.
A wreck.
Wreck. Oh, he complained about this. He's going through his tackle box. He's looking at the stars. He's calling all around the country trying to find out weather patterns and all that, what's coming up, how he's going to do this and that. Hell, I'm just going down with a fishing pole, a line, and a bait.
I see. Do you have anything else before I switch back to Nolan?
Well, I'm sure Mr. Nolan, he's wanting to say something, so let the boy have the mic.
Mr. Smith, now you've met Ken Rainey, and you fished with Mike Price, and you fished with George Campbell, and you fished with me, and I'm sorry to say that I whooped your ass the last time we fished together on Lake Baccarac. But do you have any predictions of what's going to happen on this trip between Mike and Mr. Rainey?
Well, I predict it's probably going to be a pretty even course because if it's not, one of them's not coming back.
I see. One more thing, Mike. Do you ever have any problems getting in and out of Old Mexico?
Not since my partner is no longer with me.
Really?
Yeah, he was a problem. I found this out since bless his heart, since he's demised and gone. And when I go to Mexico now, everything's smooth. We don't have any problems. They don't arrest us. They don't harass us and do this, check all this and that. I realized that the problem was the guy that I was traveling with.
And what kind of problems were those?
Well, he's making eyes at the girls down there and thinking they all was wanting to solicit him to do this and do that, and that he was a stud and what have you. They would search him all the time. He made mistakes right and left. Now, I don't want to talk about people that are not here anymore. This is my first time really to travel with Mr. Rainey, so this we'll just kind of have to wait and see what happens.
I see.
Stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, there you have it. Mike Price, Nolan Smith, and some garage sale bass. Y'all have a good afternoon.